This is just for checking the steering head bearings. I'm going to move the bars from side to side to make sure it's a smooth action, no notchiness in the turning. And then with the front wheel raised off the ground, I'm just going to hold the bottom of the forks. Just try to move them back and forth so you can feel any knocking in the front end. You will get a bit of play in the forks. That's the headstock noise you want to be listening for. Now I'll show you how to adjust them and lubricate them. Okay, so first off you're going to want to take off the top yoke nut. It's a 38mm socket. If you've got the XC, we've got Rox risers on, there's enough space to get the socket in to get the nut off. If you've got the road version, you're going to need to take your handlebars off first to get access. So you got the nut, you got a thin washer. After that you got the 6mm Allen key bolts on the pinch bolts to either side. Just the top yoke you need to take off. Just loosen those off. And with all that off, slide your top yoke up. I'm going to get a rag just for some protection. Rest that over onto your speedo. Also put some rags on top of your forks just to protect them as well. Now I have taken off the front wheel for this just to make it easier to show in the video. So I'll take off the whole bottom yoke and fork assembly in one piece. You can just leave the front wheel in just to lower the forks down onto the wheel, onto the ground, and jack the bike up and get the greaser bearing that way. So you're going to need a special tool. It's like a Castle socket. It's part number T3880023. So the two bolts here. It's got the lock nut on top. There's one. And you've got a tab washer. You can see which way it goes. There's a little groove in the neck there. You've got the adjuster nut. When you start taking this one off, you'll drop the forks out of the bike too. So that's the adjuster nut off. Comes off with the black plastic washer. Sits through that. Lower the forks down. Left up here, got a protection cap. And your top bearings. So that's what's left of the grease from the factory. So we're greasing those back up during now. Just move the rag to the front. So I've got the bottom yoke here, and again the bearing. You can see Not much grease left in them from the factory. So we're packing those with grease, but not all back together. And so I'll take the bearing, let's get a blob of grease, and just pack it in from the back. Just scrape it in, fill the whole bearing up. So there's the bearing now with all the grease in. Just slide that back down onto the bottom of the yoke. You can get the top bearing prepared, ready for assembly. I've got the bars strapped up to the front now. Trying to get a bit easier to get it together by myself. If you can get some help to do it, it's going to make things a lot easier for you. You just want to pull them right up into the headstock. Got your bearing to go in. Your dust cap. And you got the nut, adjust the nut with the plastic sleeve. Start off by hand. Then you want to tighten the adjuster nut to 40 Newton meters. That's just to pull it all together. You want to loosen it off again. You want to tighten it to 15 Newton meters. And put the tabbed washer back on. Just a little tab down the groove. You've got the lock nut. You want to tighten the lock nut to 40 Newton meters. Then you put the top yoke back on. You've got the washer and the top nut. Then you want to tighten that to 90 Newton meters. So you're going to want to tighten the 4 pinch bolts to 20 Newton meters each. If you had to take your handlebars off, you can put those back on now as well. Fasten the front screws to 35 Newton meters and the 2 rear screws to 26 Newton meters.